Hi everybody, Patti and Debbie from Print and Pixel Studio, and today we have kind of a fun, different kind of a video. We've been on the search for quite a while about, getting some new stamps. We have a really limited supply ourselves of stamps, and so the other day we came across this guy on Instagram. And his name is Franzi. I'll hold this up so you could see it. Franzi at Frace, F-R-A-C-E, sketch. And he had a really clever idea. So we're going to share it with you here. Now, in his little video, he went all over town and took stamps off of buildings and all kinds of stuff to get texture. But we don't have that option here today, so we're just going to show you some of the stuff that we used to make these stamps, and we're going to show you the process. But first of all, we're just going to show you some of the inspiration that we got to create some of the stamps that you're going to see in just a couple minutes. We took this piece of costume jewelry, made something from that, and we have lace, and some of this stuff you'll remember from the coffee dyeing video we had a couple weeks ago. We used the embossing folder. We used a stencil, more lace, this piece, and these plastic placemats, which work really, really well. You get some great designs off of that. And this is a sample of some of the patterns that we got, and I'll show you what we used. This is it Faber or Faber? I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Castile. It's called, hang on, Kneadable Eraser. Okay, so it comes in this little box, and we got it off of Amazon. We'll have a link for it below. It's not expensive. You get one of these for $3.50, I think. Comes in a little box to kind of keep it safe. And the beauty of this is that once you get it out of the paper, when you first get it, it's not that sticky, but we've been working with this all day. Anyway, you just knead it with your hands, and you could form it, and you're going to see this in a few minutes, but form it into some really great stamps. So this is kind of an example of some of the patterns that we got from the fabrics and stuff that you saw just a couple minutes ago. And this is an example of some of the stuff that we made from those stampings. We did tags, which came out cute. This one came out really great. This one is from the plastic placemat. Here's the one from a piece of lace we stamped on here, and this is another one from the piece of lace. And all these little pieces are also from the different fabrics and stuff that you saw in just a couple minutes ago. Okay, here we go. Now this one, Debbie went ahead and shaped her eraser into the shape of a heart, and then used the stamping process as already shaped, stamped it like you see here on the paper, and then we hand cut that out. So there's all kinds of stuff you could do with these. And then we had these little tags. We thought they would be cute, stamped. And these, of course, these little guys that you're always looking for something to do with, look how cute those come out. And then these are lined with that cardstock with the fabric adhered to it from last week's video. But anyway, you can get all kinds of cute shapes. We used our Sizzix to cut out some of these shapes, and then we hand cut some of them too. So, and these, of course, were already cut out, and we just stamped over them. But look how cute they are, and what great ideas you could get using these. So, we're going to show you how it works now. And let me get a... So you just take your eraser and knead it in your hands till it softens up, which doesn't take any time at all. And then you just shape it. Now, I'm not going to shape it in a heart and stuff for this video, but you can, as you saw from Debbie's piece here, you can shape it into shapes. Okay, so you just keep kneading it till you get kind of a shape that you want. I'm just going to do, I think, kind of a circle here this time. And now, remember now, this is not, if you're into perfect stamping, this may not be the process for you. This is kind of an artistic thing, where, you know, you just kind of have to go with the flow. So, but even if you are used to having your stamping perfect, I think you'll have a lot of fun with this.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because once you get started, you're all over the place with this thing, trying to find something else to stamp. Okay, so I just made kind of an abstract circle thing here, and it doesn't really matter. And then you pick out the spot on, in this case, your lace that you want to stamp. All right, you just lay it down, and you just push down on it really well. And sometimes your hand will stick. And in this particular part of the process, it's not too bad, but you don't want that to happen when you're stamping. So you just kind of have to, you know, you'll get the hang of it as you go. Okay, push it down good so you get a good imprint. And this is what we got. Okay, now you can use your regular stamping pad, but Debbie and I found that the little guys are the way to go, right, Deb?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They really stamp the best. I want to do this, I think, in a darker color so you get to see it.
This one shows really well.
Does it? Okay, the blue,
Or the
yeah.
purple, yeah.
Okay, so you just take your stamping pad and just start stamping around on it. And it seems like not much ink is going on there, but you'll be surprised. So just keep going till it looks like, you know, you've got a pretty good coverage there. Okay, I'm going to try this one. Okay, then, if all goes well, you turn it over, put him down on the paper or whatever. Now, we also did it on fabric, and it worked great. So, you know, it just depends. So then you just use your fingers, and we recommend fingers because if you use the palm of your hand, sometimes the eraser will stick to it, and you won't get a good clean print. So you just go over it a little bit, just kind of trial and error to see what you get. Then you just carefully lift up one of the edges, and voila, there you have it. Now, I'm going to try and do this one again because some of these, in fact, you could tell when you turn it over, you could see there's still a really good imprint in there. So you could easily get another one off. We've gotten as many as 4 off of one imprint. It just depends on your design and how, you know, if you've pressed too hard when you put it down, it kind of flattens it out. You might not be able to, but if you just use your fingers and press down on it, you can get at least 2 prints. And then I'm going to show you the really beautiful part of this. Okay, just don't look at my fingernails because we've been working on this for all day. There you go. Look at that. Now, okay, now you've got ink on your eraser. Oh, geez, starting to panic now. How are you going to get that off? Just like this. You just wad it up, scrunch it around with your hands, and the ink disappears. And I'll tell you, the first one we did this morning, Debbie goes, oh, I'm going to put this on, what was that? You put it on that basket or something? Remember? And you got the straw all in it?
Oh, yeah, and cane.
Yeah, a cane chair or something. And she came back out and she goes, oh, I just ruined this whole thing. It's got all this cane fiber in there now. Well, I think this is the piece right here.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, this is the one she did it on. And look at this. Do you see any cane fiber? No.
It went
Where
away.
it went, we don't know. But but we just thought, you know, what have we got to lose? Squinch it up and see, you know, what happens. And it's totally gone. And so are all the other ink colors that we've used all day long.
And I even used one time archival ink.
Yes, right.
And
Good
I
thing you
thought,
brought that
yes,
up. Yeah.
Oh, that's probably not a good thing. But
That's-
it's gone too.
Right, that's what we thought. We thought, oh, geez, that stays on ink. We used that, and we thought, oh, well, we did it because we have to know, can you use it or not, But anyway, yes, and it totally disappears.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how long this lasts, I don't know, and the fellow that did the other video, he didn't mention it, but it's just, we've used it all day long. Both of us, we each have one. And we've used them all day long, and there is absolutely, it's just like when they came. I mean, the shape is a little different, but you just stick it back in the box, and save it. And I guess it's rubber. I don't know. I think it says on there somewhere that it's some kind of rubber. But anyway, we're going to link them below. And they have a larger size. They have one that's, I think it's about 3 inches. We wanted to get that one, but we wouldn't be able to get it in time for the video, so we ordered the smaller ones. But gee, we've got a lot of really cool designs and stuff just using the small one. And when we put them out on a sample sheet like this, we just took some Sizzix dies and laid them down to see where we could cut, what kind of patterns we could get off of them. But you can easily cut this. We cut by hand. And I think I would try cutting this one by hand too. Mm-hmm. So, and we love this, the little trim. That was off of this guy right here. But how cute would that be along the edge of a journaling page or something?
Yeah, and the cool thing that you can even do it on fabric.
Yes, right. Here was
These
Debbie
are just
experimenting.
our experiments that we're showing you, so they're not pretty,
right.
But it works.
It does work. And this is just, the distress ink.
Yeah.
But I mean, you could use archival or anything, stays on like that, an archival ink, whatever you want, because it does not discolor this. And all you do is wad it up, and it's good to go for your next project, for your next stamp.
Right.
And it's a miracle. I mean, it's amazing. And we're excited about it because we just have such a limited supply of stamps. We want to get more, but it seems like it's always the last thing we do. And so, or the last thing we think about. So this is perfect. And look at how cool these come out. I just think they're so adorable. Little label piece. This is on a book page. Yeah. Oh, and speaking of that, we didn't make one, but we thought about when we stamped this up here, we thought you could make a cute pocket, with it stamped on the edge like that.
Yeah, that's just the edge of the placemat.
Yeah, the edge of the plastic placemat.
But you can, this one here is the base of our Sizzix machine.
Yeah.
You could look around the house and you're just going to start seeing everything that you can imprint on.
Right.
Baskets, gosh, I don't know. Just
right. There's anything that has a texture you could use it on, I mean, how cool is that? And it's just off the Sizzix, the base, Yeah. Oh, and this is, where is it? Yeah. Yeah, this. So, you could cut that out and you could make a really cute piece or use it as some kind of backdrop, in a mixed media deal.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Now here Debbie did the numbers with the stencil and inked it with the large one. And that's why we're saying you could do it, but it's been our experience, don't you think too, Deb, that the small...
Yeah, you
the
get
smaller
a little
better.
bit more detail. This is kind of messy where you can see the ink.
You have more control
Yeah,
over where the
definitely.
ink's going to go than with the larger pads.
Yeah.
But even so, still, you can certainly use that. It'd be cute.
Yeah.
So that's kind of our little video for today, and we hope you liked it, and we hope you'll give this a try. And like I say, we'll link this down below. But other than ink, this is your whole thing, something to paper, you gotta have something to stamp it on, but other than that, how simple can it get, But look at the great patterns.
I know, it's so fun. It's so fun just seeing what you get, and then if
Right.
you don't like it, you just mush up your little
Right.
eraser and start
Right.
over for something else.
And we suggest just starting out like we did. Just, pick out some different textures that you want to use and just start stamping on a page. And then afterwards, you could kind of work with them and see what you could make out of them. But now in this case, we didn't. We stamped right on the tag. And I love the kind of denim blue with that
so pretty.
craft.
Yeah. And those are just those dollar store tags we've had
right.
forever.
Right. And these we've had forever too, because
Yeah.
we're always thinking, what are we going to do with these, But this is perfect. Absolutely perfect. Because you could take this stuff and tear it and make small patterns,
Yeah, little tiny stamps.
Yeah, little tiny stamps.
Reminds me of Silly Putty. Remember
Yes,
Silly Putty?
yes,
Yeah.
it does remind
It
you of
has that
Silly Putty.
same consistent kind of feel to it.
Right. And I don't think we have a sample of it, but Debbie even took a little piece like this, flattened out the end, and I forget what you put it on.
Letters.
Letters. Yeah, I
Yes.
mean, it
On
was an
the
experiment to
stencil.
see how small you could get it. And how did you have some of them
Oh,
on
I did
here?
the numbers right here.
Oh yeah, these little guys.
Yeah,
So you can do, just play around with it. I mean, what the heck? You can't wreck it. It's kind of indestructible, which is perfect as far as I'm concerned.
yes, I know.
Yeah.
It's fun.
So this is kind of a quickie little video, but we just wanted to share this process with you guys because I know you'll come up with a million other ways to use it. And it's so much fun and so inexpensive to do. And so I guess that's it. We just hope you have a lot of fun with it. And I really don't know what else to say about it. We had a lot of fun with it. We've been running around the house all day. And if you go outside, the only reason we're not going outside is it's like 100 degrees here. But if you did go outside, there's all kinds of stuff, brickwork, all kinds of stuff that you could take, stampings from. And just take it with you with your little box if you're going to travel like that outside. Stamp it, take some ink with you, put it on.
Sketch pad.
Yeah, a sketch pad, stamp it on the sketch pad. And you could go all day, all around, picking up neat patterns and designs. So anyway, I guess that's it for us this week, huh? Okay, thanks again for stopping by.